Hi and welcome to Sidcorp TV. Once again, my name is Chris and we've got a few valuable moments with the Managing Director of Sidcorp. Paul, how you going, mate?
Fantastic.
Well, today we're going to talk about something that is synonymous with Sidcorp, and that is the Super 7. Maybe to frame up for everyone, what is the Super 7 and then what's first in the Super 7?
So everything that we do for our clients, every possible service offering is within the Super 7. And for every client, we start with tax. So with tax, we guarantee our clients will pay the least amount of tax legally possible. And the first question I get is, how do you guarantee that? Well, we have this process. So first thing, anytime a prospective client wants to become a client, before we even look at them coming on board, we do a free review. And part of that process is we map out everything to do with their whole family tree. I want to know everything to do with their mum, dad, brothers, sisters, Tom, Dick and Harry, everything about them. Now, I don't want to know what they're doing in the bedroom, but I want to know everything else. So we map that all out. We've got a specific software that we use to map that out. The second part is we map out all their business structures, investment structures. So we've got their family tree, we've got their business structures and investment structures, and then we know everything about them. And we ask questions, just go really, really deep and ask heaps of questions. We do a free review, we come back, show them the good, the bad, the ugly, and then we amend whatever's wrong, restructure them to go forward, and we've done that for every client for the last 15 years. And the biggest part that just kills me inside is SMEs overpay tax, and for me, they've already got enough pain and suffering just being in business because it's a tough game. So paying extra tax is crazy for me. So the last 15 years, every review we've done for clients, they've either incorrectly structured or they've overpaid tax. So that for me is crazy. Nearly, I think it's like 76% of those people pay double the tax they should have. So for us, we start with tax because it's not how much you make, it's how much you actually keep. And the other thing too, the compounding effect of overpaying tax per year, we always think of compounding of, I'm going to get compounding on my money and interest. The compounding effect of overpaying tax is millions of dollars. So we start with tax and that's what we do.
Before we sign off, give us a couple of real life examples of how much an effect this has had on a business. You got some pretty crazy stories on what you've saved people. Oh,
the largest one was $1 million in overpaid tax. And I'll never forget, I got a referral from a client. They were in Tasmania and went and saw them, and their structures were really complex. So mapped out the family tree, mapped out the group structure, and went through it all and told him, you've overpaid $1 million. And his first reaction was bullshit. And I said, yep. And he said, give it to me in writing. Now, normally he wouldn't give it to him in writing because they'll just go to their accountant and get it in place. But I knew the accountant had done a monumental stuff up. And I thought, I'm going to back myself. And I thought also, if they do that and go and take to their accountant, then we're not aligned and we shouldn't work together. So I gave it to him in writing, went to his accountant, and the accountant said, oh no, you can't do this. There's all these rulings. So when there's $1 million in the line, the guy actually went and read the rulings, and they had nothing to do with the advice we gave him. Anyway, that was about 6 years ago. Got back the $1 million, restructured him, and he saved $300,000 a year since. And mate, that for me, I get goosebumps saying that to you. That changed this guy's life. He's a beautiful person, and I could give you countless examples of that. I could give you the example of meeting a family in Fiji while I'm on holidays with my kids. Like the kids are playing with their kids. On the last night of dinner, I asked the husband and wife, me being Paul, what do you do? How are you structured, and so forth? And I said, you're overpaying about 30 to 35 grand in tax, and you're going to get back 30 grand from last year. And again, they were very skeptical because I met them on a personal. And what was the part that really got me was they hadn't been on a holiday for 8 years. So here's a family working as an SME, overpaying 30 to 35 a year, hadn't been on a holiday. Anyway, I pursued this lady. They were from Melbourne, chased them because I wanted to help them. They got back to 35 grand. They've saved 30 grand per year, and mate, their life has changed. Like, I'll give you what they've now done.
Where'd they go on holiday?
Fiji. So it's been, I actually spoke to these people yesterday, and
they love you.
And what they've done now, they've just taken to the next level. So that was tax. Then we've gone into what's next, and that's part of the Super 7.
That is the first rung on the ladder, the first in the series of the Super 7 tax. Stick around in part 2. We're going to tackle number 2 in the Super 7. Thanks for your time, mate. We'll see you very soon for more Sidcorp TV.